Guys, thrilling episode, actually more of a depressing episode if I'm going to be honest with you today on what's happening with interest rates, right? And a lot of people are talking about this right now. Interest rates have climbed to, they're very fluid right now. I know last week they had gotten to 6.3%. I think they're about 6 right now. So it's very, very fluid. It's almost like anyone's guess on any given day what they're going to be. But a question that I wanted to answer is, hey, so what is the effect that it actually has on your payment? Because you hear, okay, we went from 3 to 6% in a very short period of time, and that might be slowing down the housing market, or that's the intent of it actually, is to slow down the housing market. So what is the effect that it has? So let's just break it down real simple. A $400,000 house with a 3% interest rate, 5% down, right? Some of this is variable on insurance, taxes, stuff like that, but you'll get the gist of it, right? $400,000 house, 3% interest rate, 5% down, your payment would be $2,043. If we take the interest rate to 6%, in the same conditions, your payment would go to $2,719. So basically $700 more. So if you're wondering, why is the 6% so big of a deal? Because the same house now costs you an extra $700 a month. And I don't know about you guys, maybe a lot of you are just super loaded that watch this channel. I like to think that that's the case actually. But $700 a month for me is significant. That matters. Like that's a sizable. If right now my payment on my house increased $700 a month, I am looking for openings as like a 1 day a week stripper, right? That multiplied out per dance 4 times a week or 4 times a month might yield me that extra $700 that I need in order to cover the mortgage, right? So you really do have to weigh this out. The general consensus from other agents that I talk to and what I'm personally feeling here on the ground as someone who has a real estate business that is largely in other states on top of my own here in Utah, a lot of people right now are just sitting out and they're going, hey, we've kind of hit a point where that interest rate, I'm really starting to feel it. And I'm just going to press pause on looking for a house right now and just see what happens in the world and then assess if I want to get back into shopping or if I'm going to sit out or whatever the case may be. So that's what I'm feeling. It's not shocking. This is what needs to happen. It's just not fun, right? And I think it's likely that you need to buckle up, and this is probably not going anywhere, soon. Like this is probably going to be the case for a little bit here. So that's the deal, guys. That's what happens with 6% interest rates. This is a absolute whiskey recommendation. So this is the Nika coffee grain whiskey, and it's fantastic. Like you really can smell the coffee. You can taste it. For those of you that are coffee drinkers, I'm not. I love the smell, but I hate the taste of coffee. But you can taste that little hint of coffee in this, and it's fantastic, man. It's fantastic. It's about a $70 bottle. You can find it fairly easily in most states that are not Utah, but highly recommend, especially if you're Japanese whiskey. This is not your traditional kind of malty Japanese whiskey. It's fantastic. I mean, it really isn't kind of like, pretty high on my favorites list. So I hope you guys are doing well. Bummer about interest rates. What are you going to do, right? It's outside of our control. So just buckle up, go along for the ride. We'll get through this, team. We will get through this together. So you guys take care. Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you soon.